So what does superposition theorem say? If you strictly go by the book definition, superposition theorem states that in a linear network containing more than one independent source and dependent source, the resultant current in any element is the algebraic sum of the currents that would be produced by each independent source acting alone. All other independent sources being represented meanwhile by their respective internal instances. So what does it mean? Suppose we consider a network like this. There are multiple sources. So this is a source V1, this internal is R1, source V2, internal resistance R2, there is a resistance say R5, the resistance R6, there is a source V3, R3, and finally there is a resistance R. And I am interested to measure the current through this resistance RL. Okay. Now, superposition theorem states that this current I through RL, when all the three sources are active, would be the same as the sum of the currents when each one is active. What I mean is, this is one case. Second case is only say V1 is active and other sources are replaced by their internal resistances. Only V1 is present, okay, no other source. Let us say the current be now I. Second case, only V2 is present. Only V2 is present, no other source is present. Oh, let this current be I1. This current is this current I2. And finally, when only V3 is present, this is I1, sorry, this is I3, this is RL. Everything else remains the same. I only short circuit the remaining voltage sources, and if there are current sources, we have to open circuit. Okay. Okay. Then, as per superposition theorem, simply says that it should be intuitive to you. I equal to I1 plus I2. Is it okay? So instead of solving this big circuit with three sources, we can solve the smaller circuits with one sources, and the sum of these currents will be the original unknown current. Is it okay? Superposition theorem. Is it okay?
So once more, could you repeat?
Sure. Suppose the circuit is like this. The red circuit, you can see there are three sources, okay? And we have to find the current, this current, through this resistance RL, okay? Now we can use KCL, KVL, node analysis, mesh analysis, many methods we have seen previously. So it is possible to use any of these methods and find the current I. Okay, no problem. Another way we can approach is we can divide this circuit into 3 parts. Okay, each part has only one source, and all other voltage sources are short circuited, and all other current sources, if they are present, they are open circuit. Okay, and we measure the current each time. Like we take only V1 and short circuit V2 and V3. V2 and V3 shorted. Okay, we measure this current I1. Second, we take only V2, V1 and V3 are shorted. We measure the current I2. And finally, we take only V3, V1 and V2 are shorted, and we can measure the current I3. Okay. Then, as per superposition theorem, total current I, when all the sources are present, will be the algebraic sum of currents when each individual source is present in the circuit. All other sources are open circuited if they are current sources, and they are short circuited if they are voltage sources. Anything which you do not understand? Is it okay or not?
The open circuit for current source.
Yes, if there are current source in the circuit, you have open circuit. If there are voltage sources in the circuit, okay. See, you have shorted. Any other questions? Anything? Any other questions? I will be at class. समझ में आया है? कोई चीज ऐसा है तो समझ में नहीं आया तो बताओ. कोई जल्दी नहीं है. কোনো জিনিস বুঝতে না পারলে বলো, কোনো তাড়া নেই. Okay for all? What does it mean? Okay.
Yes, sir, understood.
And so we can start with the problem. This is 5 ohms. This is 40 volts. This is 20 volts. This is 10 ohms. This is 2 ohms. And finally, 10 volts. Find the current I using superposition theorem. Okay. This is my current I. Okay. So we need to find the current I using superposition theorem. How to find it? We will do the problem in 3 steps because there are 3 sources. We will take one source at a time. So let us take the first source. Step 1. We take only the first voltage source, 40 volt. Okay. And since there are no current sources, so we can simply short the all other voltage sources. The 20 volt and the 10 volt sources will be short. Let us do it. Who can find the current? At least tell how to calculate it. If not, if you don't have access to a calculator at the moment, how to calculate? Anyone who wants to help me find the I, rather I1? Anyone who wants
So
to?
first we'll find out the total resistance.
Total resistance of what? Total resistance of what? So 2 ohms and 10 ohms, they are in parallel. 2 ohms.
Yes, sir.
So what will be R equivalent? That will be 2 into 10 divided by 2 plus 10. So that is 20 by 12. So that is 5 by 3. So that is 1.67 ohms. So this is 40 volt. This is 5 ohms. This is 1.67 ohms. Right? So what will be the current? This current I or this I? This I would be now 5 ohms and 1.6 ohms, they are in series. So the equivalent would be the sum of the 5 plus 1.67 as per my calculation. It is
Approx 6.
5.99, sir.
okay. You see here, it is 40, it is 5 by 3. So this is 15, 20. So it is 40 by 20 by 3, that is 6 amps. Very good. If you take the approximation, it will be 5.99. If you don't take the approximation, it will be 6 amps. Very good. But 6 amp is this current. How to find I1?
सर करंट डिवीजन रूल लगाएंगे.
करंट डिवीजन रूल लगाना है. कैसे होता है करंट डिवीजन रूल?
सर I1 is equal to I total into resistance of opposite branch by resistance
Very
of
good. Very good.
own branch plus resistance of opposite branch.
Very good. Did you understand what she said? What is that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is 5 amps. Okay. So I1 is 5 amps. We will use this. Okay, this will be required. Right? Up to this is fine, no problem. Okay, good. Now let us take the 20 volt source and short all other sources. 5 ohms, 20 volt, 10 ohms, 2 ohms. Okay. Again, we need to find this current I. How to find it? So it is very similar to the first case. This problem is very similar to the first case. So can you just looking at it, can you tell me the answer? Just see the green solution.
The 3 amperes.
3 amperes will what? I like your approach, but 3 ampere क्या होगा बताओ?
I2.
I total, yes, that will be 3 ampere. How did you get it? कैसे आया 3 ampere?
सर पहले वाले में 40 था, उसके हाफ है इसमें वोल्टेज.
Right, absolutely. You see, they are exactly similar. So only two differences are there. First of all, the voltage was 40 volt in the first case. Now it is 20 volt. Number one. Number two is the polarity has been changed. The polarity is reversed. Okay. So if polarity is reversed, you have to be very careful. So this I would be 3 amps. Are there any doubt here? Any doubts? Why it will be 3 amp? You are most welcome to calculate yourself and verify. Okay. But why it is 3 amp? All of you understood? Anybody who did not answer can ask me. No problem. Everybody understood why it is 3 amp?
Yes, sir.
Very good. But please note that the direction of the current is changed in the step 2. Step 1 and step 2, the direction of current is changed. So using the same logic, what she told, this would be 2.5 amps, but in this direction. Is it okay? Or if I take this value, I2, this would be minus 2.5 amp. Is it okay? I2 would be minus 2.5 amp. Correct? If we take the direction only, the direction of I. Is it okay? Right? All of you agreed? Any doubts? Our I2 would be minus 2.5. Anybody having any doubts? Anything to ask? Please tell me now. Okay. Step 3. Now we will take only the 10 volt source and short all other sources. So this is 5 volts. This is 10 ohms. This is 2 ohms. This is. How to approach this problem? We need to find this I3. Please note the direction. How to solve this problem? How to
So
find?
here it should be 1.25.
Here it should be 1.25. No, I am sorry. That's not the case. Because now the circuit is not the same. Now you cannot use this thing, what we do for step 1 and step 2. See, the circuit of step 1 and step 2 with this step 3 circuit, it is different. See where the voltage is and where the voltage was in step 1 and step 2. You understand? Here you cannot say. Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Here it is. So here how to solve it? 5 ohm and 10 ohm, they are in parallel. So what will be the
1.87.
Sorry, one more time.
1.87.
1.87 is that.
ये सब 1.8 आ रहा है
Yes,
इधर
yes.
करंट.
So this is 3.33 ohms. What else we are getting? 5 ohms and 10 ohms in parallel. This is 2 ohms. And this is 10 volt. Okay. So I would be clearly 10 by 3.33 is 10 by 3. And 2 is 2. So this would be 10 by 10 by 3 plus 2, 10 by 16 by 3, 30 by 16, yes, 1.87 you said, right? That is the correct answer. So now, how to use superposition theorem? Superposition theorem says that I would be equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. We have already found the values, so this 5 amps is minus 2.5 amps, and this is 1.87 amps. So overall current would be 4.37 amps. Is it okay? Please note it's algebraic sum. So the directions and the signs of the current are very important. If you make a mistake with the directions or with the signs, very likely you will make a mistake in the problem. Is that okay? So please be careful about direction and please be careful of the signs. Because the signs.
Sir, could you please repeat step 2 once?
Step 2, okay, sure. Step 2, we are taking only the 20 volt source, okay? All other sources are shorted. Now we compare the circuits of step 1 and step 2. They are very similar. The circuits of, compare this circuit and this circuit. They are very similar. Only difference is that the input voltage is now 20 volts. And the second difference is that the direction of the voltage has been reversed. Okay. Now, since it is a linear network, for 40 volts, the current is 6 amps. Obviously, for 20 volts, the current will be 3 amps. Right?
Yes, sir.
So it is 3 amps, but note the direction. The direction is like this, from right to left. Current is from right to left, but this current is from left to right. So there is a negative sign to compensate for that. Is it okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other doubt? Anything else? Anybody? Anybody wants to ask anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. This problem is. This problem is actually easier. For your exams up to this class, okay? Whatever actually is taught up to this class will be a part of your MTA exam. Okay, that is the syllabus. right from day one to this class. And things which are not come, which are not taught, they will not come again. Okay. Same thing. Find I. If nothing is mentioned in the question paper, you can solve it in any way you want. But if a particular method is mentioned in question paper, you have to solve it in that method. Is it okay? So step 1, take only the 100-volt source. The resistances remain as it is, but the voltage sources, they are shorted. This is my I1. This is 1 ohms. This is 2 ohms. So what will be the value of I1? What will be I total? I total will be 100 divided by
29.41.
4 plus 1 parallel 2. Right? So this will be 0.67. 100, 4.67. 4.67 is 13 by 3, right? Sorry, 14 by 3. 4.67 is 14 by 3. So this current is 100 by 14 by 3. So that is equal to 14.28 in the downward direction. Please note that this is in the downward direction. Is it okay? Oh, sorry, I jumped a step. Sorry. So it's not 14. This current will be 100 divided by 14 by 3. That is 4 point. You can discount this. 300 by 15. Yeah, this is 21.4 ohms. Sometimes the Windows calculator gives very much. I don't know. This much downwards. Okay. So what will be I1? You can use again the current division rule as she said. 21.43 I total into 2 by 1 plus 2. So that is 21.43 into 2 by 3. That is equal to 14.35. But the answer I got is 14.3. So okay. Close to this much. Is it okay? Is it okay, I1?
Yes, sir. 14.286.
Yes.
सर I1 1.31 आ रहा है.
कि कैसे आ रहा है बताओ?
सर I total 4.6 निकला, तो अगर करंट डिवीजन रूल यूज करते हैं तो
I total 4.6 नहीं है, R total 4.67 है. I total is of 4.67, R total is 4.67 because you see 1 ohm and 2 ohm, they are in parallel, so their equivalent is 0.67. 1 into 2 plus,
Okay, sir.
so 2/3, that is 0.6.
सर हम 4.67 वो कैलकुलेट नहीं किया था आपका वाला
No
लेके.
problem. Just take it. And this will be 4 ohms and 6, so it's 4.6, right? Okay, all of you are getting this. Step 2, what to do now?
Yes, sir.
Take the 50 volt source, 140 volt, 100 volt source and 40 volt source, they are shorted. Find I and keep an eye on the direction. If you make a mistake with direction, then that will be troublesome. Let us not make a mistake.
14.28.
फिर से
सर पहले वाले I1 में जो आप लगाए रूल, तो ऊपर 2 नीचे 5 ना होगा? टोटल रेजिस्टेंस लेंगे तो 1 और 5, 1 और 4 तो सीरीज में है ना?
1 और 4 देखिए पहले in the first case 1 and 4 are not in series, 1 and 2 are in parallel, right?
हाँ, तो अपोजिट ब्रांच वाला 2 ओम ले रहे हैं, तो
हाँ बताओ।
ये वाला जब लेंगे मतलब करंट ब्रांच तो टोटल होता है ना, टोटल रेजिस्टेंस।
तो opposite branch by total
तो
resistance. So 1 plus 2
तो 4 ओम नहीं लेंगे?
ब्रांचिंग कहाँ पर होगा? ब्रांचिंग यहाँ पर होगा ना, ब्रांचिंग इस पॉइंट में होगा है ना। 4 ओम से टोटल आई पास कर रहा है ना।
यस सर।
ओके so 4 ohms 50 volt 1 ohms okay. How to solve, how to find I? Note the direction. Okay, very easy to make a mistake. How to find I?
Sir, here the total current will be I.
Yes, absolutely. And what will be the total current? In one branch, this branch, the current would be 50 by 4, obviously. Actually, no, wait, not 50, not 50 by 4. The resistance here. We have to solve it using the conventional methods. Let us say this current is I1, this current is I2. So 50 minus 4I1 minus 1 into I1 plus I2, that is 0. So 50, that is 5I1 minus I2, first equation. And second equation is 50 minus 2I2 minus I1 minus plus I2, this one, that is 0. So 50 equal to I1 plus 3I2. Is it okay? Plus. Check. Check the equation. So let us solve for I1 and I2.
So we can calculate using Ohm's law as well.
Yes, you can calculate any method. But be careful with Ohm's law. It's very easy to make a mistake. This voltage is not 50 volt. The voltage across the 4 ohm resistor is not 50 volt. Okay. You have to be careful about that. I was about to make this mistake.
Sir, I is 28.57.
I means this I, right? This I1 plus I2. So I here is minus I1 plus I2. Right? That is 20 minus
Minus 28.57.
probably. Oh, they think so. Maybe 21. Let's check once more. Maybe 21.4. Let me check. I1 is coming 7.14.
21.42.
I2, yes, 21.42. Right. But minus.
21.4.
but minus, yes. So I would be minus of I1 plus I2, so minus 21.40. That will be right answer. Why minus? Because the direction of both I1 and I2 are upwards, where direction of I is downwards. Okay, so this is minus 21.42 or 43, whatever you want. So you check your answer. Yes, this is the correct answer. And finally, the third one. The third one, where we take what the third source. Third source is the value of how much? 40 volt. Okay. 4 ohms. 4 ohms. This is I. 40 volts, right? This is 2 ohms. Now here 1 and 4 are in parallel. Okay. So this would be 40 volts.
से इसका भी उतना ही आ रहा है 14.28.
Wait. No, 11. I'm gonna answer 11.42. This will be 4 into 1 by 5. So 0.8. So this current I, this will be 40 by 2.8. This will be 14.28 amps. Yes, this current, yeah, current say this current is 14.28, but this current would be I would be, or if this is I total would be this, so I would be I total into 4 by 5. So this into 4 by 5, that is 11.42. But plus, because the direction is downwards. Is it okay? Is it okay?
से डायरेक्शंस में कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है. एक बार
हाँ,
और
बिल्कुल.
कैसे बता दीजिए.
देखो, क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से करंट आई ऐसा है, ऊपर से नीचे, ठीक है. क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से करंट, क्वेश्चन में जो दिया हुआ है उसके हिसाब से करंट आई ऊपर से नीचे. ओके, फर्स्ट थिंग, ठीक है. अब देखो स्टेप वन में हम जब कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं तब करंट कैसे होगा? आई इस डायरेक्शन में होगा, फ्रॉम लेफ्ट टू राइट. सो ऑब्वियसली I1 भी ऊपर से नीचे होगा. I1 will be from top to bottom. So I1 and I would be in the same direction. Okay, so it will be positive. लेकिन यहाँ पर देखो ये जो करंट है, ये करंट ऐसे जा रहा है, तो फिर when it comes back it will go like this. So this will be from bottom to top or the opposite of this direction. This is the reason why this is negative.
सर आई टोटल और जिस करंट का जिस मतलब जो करंट निकालना है उसका डायरेक्शन सेम हुआ तो पॉजिटिव लेंगे ना, और अपोजिट हुआ तो नेगेटिव.
यहाँ पर देखो वो उल्टा है. क्वेश्चन जो आई दिया हुआ है ये ऊपर से नीचे जा रहा है यहाँ पर, लेकिन जो आई हम लोग स्टेप 2 में निकाल रहे हैं ये आई नीचे से ऊपर जा रहा है, तो ये नेगेटिव होगा. ऊपर से नीचे का नेगेटिव होगा, इसीलिए यहाँ पे एक नेगेटिव आया है. ओके, फिर यहाँ पर I3 भी ऊपर से नीचे ही जा रहा है तो इसको पॉजिटिव होगा. तो ऑब्वियसली I वुड बी (14.28) minus of 21.42 plus of 11.42. So this would be 4.28 amps if I'm not wrong. See, this will be minus 10 subtracted from 14.8. Okay, all of you getting it? Okay, this class will end in less than 1 minute, so we will continue in the same link. Okay, join the same link once again.
सर डिपेंडेंट सोर्सेस नहीं ना आएगा?
नहीं, not in this semester, अगला semester में.